Hello, hello. Welcome to accountability call number 94. This is the place where we hold each other accountable to all of the things that we have to do, want to do, don't want to do, must do in life, entrepreneurship, motherhood, all of the things. My name is Inez. I'm International Inez on all platforms, and I'm joined by my boo and bestie for decades,
Come on.
Zanitra.
Good morning. Good morning. Zanitra, just Zanitra on most platforms. Find me everywhere else if it ain't that.
How are you today?
I'm feeling good. It's a MLK day, so it's a day off in terms of kids not having to be up early. So I appreciate that. So I can get up early and get some things done. And preparing for some travel this week. So I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Whoo, child. I'm good. Like I had a good weekend. I got a lot of stuff done. If you're joining us, drop a hey girl, hey in the chat. Let us know where you are joining us from and your name. I had a good weekend. I got some stuff done. I'm actually excited about the fact that my children are going with my mother to activities today so that I can get things done.
Yes.
On their day off, because I'm not off, baby. Okay.
Hello.
So yes. So I'm looking forward to diving in to all of my to-dos today. So if this is your first time joining us, you'll see that this is episode 94. You can find plenty of other episodes on the YouTube, on my International Inez YouTube. But how we usually start this thing all right is by talking about what we learned last week. So is there anything that you learned last week that you want to share? Let me look through my stuff.
Okay, so a lot of times what I learned is confirmation of something that I probably already knew or should have known, but wasn't put into practice or wasn't leaning into. So last week I learned / confirmed that if something is placed on your heart to do it. Stop being scared. Or actually don't stop being scared. Do it while you're scared. It was placed on my heart to create a mastermind group for entrepreneurs. And I was scared as hell. Like, why? I don't know. No, I do know. It's just about being vulnerable with people, right? Like exposing your business to anybody that, that's not in it with you every single day. There's risk that comes with that. Also bringing together a group of people who didn't know each other at the same level which I knew them, and just wondering if they would be open to connecting with each other and working on this, entrepreneurship journey together. And yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous to even send out the text message to the group to be like, hey y'all, I'm trying to do this thing.
Now keep in mind, everybody in this group has known this woman for at least, I would say at least 6 years. Okay. At least. We all love her to death. To death.
Yeah.
And she was still scared. Okay.
Listen, fear has no rationale. Okay. Please understand.
Don't try to make it make sense.
Don't make it make sense. When you're trying to do a new thing, your body is going to reject it, because your body's job, your mind's job is to keep you safe. And anything that is new feels like danger. Okay. So whether you're trying to start a business, whether you're trying to be open and share something new, that feels scary to your body. And so that's where the fear came in. But anyway, I pulled these group of women together, and baby, let me tell you something. It was right on time. Literally everyone either said I was looking for this, or based off of the plan that I have for my life for 2026, I need this. And that was just like, after the fact, I was like, I can't believe I didn't want to send that text message out, because I already know, based off of how we had our first kickoff call, how that went, that this is going to be like transformative in a way that we don't even know yet, because everybody that's a part of this mastermind are like superstars. Like, they are all rock stars. And to have all of our geniuses come together and support one another when we have those scary moments, to be able to have somebody hold your hand, like, come on, girl, we doing this thing anyway. I know you're scared, but I know you're capable. I know that this is going to be just an amazing group of women. And I look forward to celebrating many wins with them collectively. And yeah, so like the fact that it was placed on my heart, I had no idea that God had other people in places in their lives where they needed this very thing.
Mm-hmm.
And had I not been obedient, right, like that would be me not supporting my sister in a way that I would obviously want to support them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got something on your heart, please do it. Because there's somebody waiting for you to be like, well, I want to do this thing. Or I want to share this thing. It's a whole gang of people that's waiting on you. So yeah, be scared, do it anyway.
I love it. Who child, that's always a whole word. And
Mhm.
Mikey, I think it's Mikey. Let me know how to pronounce your name. Said preach in the chat.
Come on.
Um,
Oh, Mike. What's
so
up, Mike?
oh Mike, okay. So my takeaway from last week was a motto that I've heard before, but I heard it again just in time, and I have adopted it for my entire year is stop overthinking it and start overdoing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stop overthinking it and start overdoing it. Now, baby, I am a professional overthinker. Okay. I just I overthinks. And last week, I think it was the middle of last week, I was like stuck in a space where I was just like, I don't know what to do next. I don't know how to show up next. I don't know what to put out next. To the point where I was having a conversation with my business partner, Eve, and I was just like, I don't even trust my decision making right now. Like, I was just like, I don't trust my decision making. And so I was sitting on my bed, and one thing I had to do was I was like, okay, I feel stuck. What is making me stuck? I have a lot of decisions to make, right? So I literally wrote out all of the things that I need to do, everything that was in my mind, everything that was on my to-do list, but was not on a list. It was just in my head. I wrote them all out, pull from my calendar, pull from my notes, pull from my head. And just getting them out alone helped me to stop overthinking them and getting them on a piece of paper. Then when I saw them, I was like, oh, girl, I see why you were stuck. Because you had like 50 items and all of them require at least 5, but could be up to 33 steps to do. Right. So hence why we're stuck. Hence why we're overthinking it. And then I was sitting on my bed and I found this girl online. I forget her name is Camille something. I think it's Camille Viviana something. And she was just talking about stop overthinking it and start overdoing it. Right. We're not going to sit in the ruminating of doing the things. We're not going to make anything a big deal. Nothing's a big deal. Let's not make it a big deal. She was like, going to the gym, not a big deal. Eating the right foods, not a big deal. Drinking your water, not a big deal. Doing your stuff, taking your kids to school, not a big deal. We're not making a big deal. We're just going to do it. And if either you're going to do it or you're going to take it off your plate. Those are the options. Like, okay, so that's what we're going to do to this list. But even in listening to her, it helped to inspire me to get real clear on the fact that I don't need any additional input to do what I need to do. Right? Because I also am a researcher and I'm gonna get the input, baby. I need to know who did it and how they did it and how they did it perfectly. Okay. But I was like, no, I don't need any other input. I wrote out a whole list of like, this is how I literally wrote a list. This is how I'm gonna make $500,000 in my business. And I literally was like, these are the things I'm gonna do. Because I already know what to do. I need to stop overthinking it and start overdoing it. Right. So that was my takeaway. And after I did that, like my energy went from like level 2 to like level 5 immediately. Like to the point where I had to force myself to go to bed. It didn't work. I was up to 4 o'clock because I was like, I'm ready to do. Right. So that was my major takeaway from last week was like, girl, just do it. You don't need any other input. You don't need to overthink it. You don't even really need to think about it. Just get into action because the actions will reveal the additional things you need to do and the action will raise your energy, right? To be able to get the things done. So yes, we're not overthinking anything. We're going to overdo it.
And I love when you said do it or take it off your plate.
Please.
One or the other. We're not going to keep thinking about it. Either do it or remove it. Like that's the action, right? So that's dope. I like that.
Yes. So, all right. So usually we review our goals from last week, but I think last week we just kind of chitter chattered and we didn't really dive into our goals, but we did go into our word for the week. Now, where did I write the words for the week? I wrote them somewhere so I remember what they were. So we can talk about whether or not we said, oh, here it is. We had together, pace, and forward. I don't
Mine
remember
was
which one
together,
was
right?
yours.
I
Oh,
think I'm
yours was
together.
together. Okay, yours was together. Eve's was pace, and mine was forward. So I will say, let me think about last week. Was I in forward motion? Was I looking forward and moving forward? I feel like in some ways I was, in some ways I wasn't. I think at the beginning of the week I was, and then I hit that hump in the middle of the week, and I was only thinking back, or I was
Mhm.
thinking now. And then I eventually got to forward, and was able to move forward. So yeah, so I think I was standing on moving forward last week. What about you and together?
I was definitely in the spirit of together. I had some calls with my business manager. She's my life manager, but this time in the capacity of business manager, and did some planning. We had our designer is back on the clock. Thank you, Jesus. We missed her so much. I had a call with her. You came over. We did a co-working call.
Mm-hmm.
I had my mastermind call, and I did a call with another business partner of mine to prepare for upcoming training. Um, oh yeah, and I delivered a training. Like, yeah, baby, I was in it together. I got the things done last week. I was in the spirit of together. Got the things done with the people that I needed to help me move.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I love it. Also, if you're watching and you learned anything last week that you want to share, drop it in the comments, drop it in the chat. Let us know what you learned last week. All right. So goals for the week. When I tell you I don't know, I don't know. Okay. The paper is blank, baby. The paper is blank. I ain't wrote nothing. Damn, I'm not prepared today. I'm over here like, what are the goals for the week? I need like, I feel like the weekend was like this, and I was getting stuff done, and now I'm like, okay, so what are we doing? So I don't know. Do you know what your goals for the week are? Because I
Listen,
don't.
I'm over here thinking, like as you were talking, I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because so I'm traveling today. I have a training that I'm doing in Massachusetts over the next 2 days. Very excited about that. I have always traveled for work for a corporation, and I love that I get to travel now for my own business, kind of doing the
Yes,
same thing.
I love this. We
So
love this.
yeah, man, I'm excited about that. So I have 2 in-person trainings over the next 2 days. So that feels like all I need to do, but I know it's not. I am launching a new
Mm,
product. So I have some content that I need to produce for that, both short term in terms of promoting that new product. Please, y'all, be on the lookout for something good. We're gonna be working together to get some stuff done. We moving this year. So I have some short term content to promote that, as well as the content that I'm going to be delivering through this product. So I need to film that this week. I also have an event coming up February 21st, Legacy Achievement Brunch. If you haven't gotten your tickets, make sure you get them. So I need to.
where do they go to get them?
Oh, great question. Legacy Achievement Brunch 2026.eventbrite.com. Tickets
Okay.
are $30. You can also buy a table, get you a little discount if you bring 7 of your friends with you. So yes, make sure you get tickets for that. That's going to be a great event. So yeah, there's some things that I need to do for that in terms of some marketing, looking at some new marketing channels and getting that out. Um, yeah, and if I get those done, oh, of course, we always have to have a personal goal. So food and fitness is always at the top of my list. So maintaining healthy eating habits and making sure I move my body every day, every single day. Uh,
Mm.
will be the fourth thing that's on my list. I'm sure there's oh, I also let me write this down. I am starting the process of trademarking one of um, a piece of IP that I have. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that needs to happen this week. So, okay, so yes, I got my 5. So deliver the trainings in person, produce the content, event marketing, trademarking, and then food and fitness. Those are my 5.
Fabulous. I love it. Hmm. My pen is running out of ink. If you're watching, we do our top 5 to 7 goals. Um, one or two at least have to be self-care goals because you can't take care of all the things if you ain't taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones are for like life, business. We make sure to include life ones because it's very easy to put all the business ones and then you got a million things to do with life and then the life just come and shut down all the business because you did, and then you don't feel productive or you don't feel like you achieved your goals because you didn't put any of the ones you actually have to do on your list. Okay. So the biggest thing for me right now is creating my content system. So I have so much content all over the place. My creative director / social media manager is helping me to kind of catalog them into my Canva so that I can easily, hey Asia, so that I can easily access them and use them. So I want to start using some clips from Accountability Call. I want to start using some clips from my YouTube. I want to start, just pulling stuff out of my phone and leveraging them as opposed to having them just sitting in there simmering. And so we are creating a toolkit for me to use and for her to help me use to be able to just easily put out my content across my social media. So the biggest goal for me this week is cataloging my content assets, like helping her know what I want to pull and so that she can go get them. And then also leveraging my little plan that I created to get my stuff out and scheduled. That is the biggest thing. Also, let me think about this. I also need to create time in my calendar to respond to comments and DMs because, baby, I be behind. So if you want to send me a DM or you to put a comment on my post, I appreciate you. Okay, thank you. Please charge it to my head and not my heart, baby, because I promise you I'm coming. But I need to create like what is my flow for that because I have no flow and it's all over the place and it's creating chaos. So I'm gonna put create space in calendar. My pen is not working. And flow. Come on. For DMs.
Good morning, cuz.
Who that?
That's Tia Mama.
Oh, hey. The other thing I need to do is go to bed. Okay. So if you're new here, this is a trending topic for me. Okay. I don't go to bed. I need to go to bed. Okay. So that's probably always going to be on the list. Expect it to be there. It's always a reminder. I'm very proud of myself. I did go to bed last night. I didn't go to bed when I wanted to, but when I was like, okay, I need to go to bed, I went actually to bed. So yeah, because honey, the rest is needed. Also, I'm just putting eating and drinking for health. And really that is just sticking to the plan of eating the things that are right for me and that keep me healthy and strong. I'm doing blood tests this week. There's this company that I'm using called Function Health that will do a full round of blood tests for you twice a year. And the membership is like maybe like I think I paid $300 or something crazy. And they test everything. So if you're a woman of a certain age, as I am, okay, as Whitney Williams used to say, when I wasn't a woman of a certain age, okay, and you want to just check all the things, check out Function Health. Let me know if you want the link for that. But I'm doing that, so I want to focus on my health and eating well, drinking well, go to bed, do the things. I was learning about these Japanese concepts this week. This past week. I can't remember the names of them, but one of them was basically saying that consistency, and this was for me, consistency accepts imperfection and perfection rejects reality.
Come on, word.
Right. So basically that a lot of times we feel like being consistent means you always do something, right? Or you say, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 days a week and you went 5 days, and that means you're consistent, right? But that is not actually reality, right? Because things can happen, life comes up, and really,
Mm,
if things come up, you don't have to consider it to be like you've fallen or you failed, you just stumbled. And consistency really is the getting back up,
mhm, mhm.
right? The starting again, the starting over. That is the consistency. Because just because you didn't do it that one day or whatever doesn't mean you're not consistent. It just means that you're human. So, baby, I
Mm.
am wrapping myself in that this week. Okay, wrapping myself in that this week, getting 1% better with my health goals, um, and leaning into, the imperfection of consistency.
I had to come up with a whole system of affirmations to move myself out of perfectionism.
Mhm.
One of them is I welcome mistakes. I
Mhm.
welcome errors. I welcome critique. I welcome exposure, because perfectionism has you hiding from all of those things. It
Mhm.
wants you to be flawless, which again rejects reality. Um, and if you do make a mistake, you don't want it exposed. You don't want anyone to see it. So yeah, that's my whole little set of affirmations to move me out of perfectionism, so that I can get to that place of consistency. So that's a good one.
Mhm.
I want to add on, because we haven't done this in a while. What are we calling in?
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
and because when we call the things in, they come. Let's be
Mm.
clear. So I am calling in $100,000 contracts for my business. I am calling in 2 full-time employees. I am calling in ease of mind, and
Mm.
I am calling in done. Everything shall be done. We
Listen,
not in progress no more. It needs to be done. So that's
I
my
need
calling in
that.
list.
Let me think about this, honey. Honey, so many things to call. Okay.
Call them.
Um, Off the top of my mind, I am calling in the whatever vehicle, whatever opportunity that is going to bring my family unit back together. Yeah,
Mm,
whatever that is. I don't know what's gonna be,
I love
but
it.
that is going to allow, like, my husband right now is working in Philadelphia, preparing our home there to be sold, or rented, because we don't want to be tied to it because we want to leave the country. Okay, inevitably, right? And my daughters and I are here in North Carolina, and although we made this decision last year purposely and intentionally, what we have realized is we belong together. We belong together. Like, seriously. Okay? So whatever we got to do, whatever needs to happen to get us all back together, I'm definitely calling that in.
Love it.
Um, what else? I am calling in. Oh, let me look at my. Let me look. Let me look at my plan. Hold up, because I'm calling in all of this. Um, Hold up. I am calling in exceptional health.
Mm-hmm.
I am calling in always being rested. Okay. Always being just feeling rested.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I am calling in. Hold up. Listen, my brain is saying, girl, don't do it. My heart is saying, just do it. I'm calling in $500,000 in my business. Like,
Yes.
I call it in. Like, we got the Millionaire Mastermind. I know the things to do. I need to execute it. I'm calling it in because I can do that. Um, if, as I always say, if Abby the waitress
Hello.
and Sarah the PE teacher can do it, Inez can do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So those are gonna be my things for today. I'm thinking about, I feel like I don't even feel like adding anything else to my to-dos. Like, I only got 4 things, which is crazy. But that's what we're gonna start.
Well, you
That's
know
what
it's supposed to be 5 and under. I know you added to 7 today.
I'm used to getting to 7. That's why I'm like, and I'm
5
sure
and
there's a million things on my, the 50 things I wrote down.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just do one thing.
Do one thing. There you go. I love it.
Do one of the 50 to-dos.
Mhm.
Because what, and I'm gonna underline do, because we're not gonna overthink it, we just gonna overdo it.
Speaking of, my word of the week, overdue.
Okay.
I don't have time for anything else. Overthinking is done. We are
Overdue.
overdoing.
Overdue.
If you missed that part,
Overdue.
get back to the beginning of the call. We are overdoing this week.
Oh, that just might be the word of the week, because there's no reason to even create another one when that is indeed what we need to be doing this week. Is overdoing it. If you're watching this, like, we're all out here adulting, and we love when you like share the things that you have to do during what are your goals for the week? What are your goals? To me, goals and accountability are the things that help me continue to move forward, which is the word for the year at my church, forward. But like having the direction and then having somebody who can help to hold you accountable to doing it, or as we like to say, drag you to your greatness, is very helpful, because life will come and hit you. Okay. So we share these things, we share our perspective, we're sharing our journey, as a way of holding ourselves accountable, right? Because sometimes when you say it out in the open, you got to do it, because we'll be back here next Monday talking about what we did and didn't do. Okay. And then also having a word as a grounding foundation for your week, like as your connect. It's funny because last week, I wrote out my International Inez 2020 Dream Life Strip Program, because I'm running a strip program. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to, because not running a strip program, I realize it creates a lot of chaos. And the program wasn't about what I'm doing. It was more so about how I'm doing it. Right. So I was like, I want to do it released. Right. I want to do it routined. I want to do it rested. Right. I want to do it romanticized, which means I'm going to be in Delulu. Right. So having those words, and now we're going to overdo it. I'm going to overdo all these things. Right. Having that word helps to ground you as in the energy that you're going to be doing all of the tasks that you're doing in. So if you have a word for the week, drop it in the chat. Thank you, Angela. She said she's calling in health, peace, and prosperity. I love it. I love it. Yes. We are touching it and agreeing on that.
Yes. And if you missed last week, let us know what your word of the year is. We choose a word of the year every year to kind of help us achieve our goals, something that we're working towards. I know Inez's word is release. My word is audacity. What is your word of the year that's going to help you achieve all the things that you desire? Please share that with us. Share your goals with us, what you've learned with us. Baby, this is a two-way conversation. We want to hear from y'all, because we can learn from you guys as much as you are learning from us.
All right, ladies and gents. Zanitra is off to the friendly skies. And I am off to do some work because my children is going. We will see y'all next week, 10 o'clock, right here for the accountability call. Thanks for joining us. Drop your major takeaway in the chat. What did you learn? What was your takeaway from the discussion today? And we'll see y'all. Bye.